So today's Toris tips, I want to talk about custody. So custody is another dirty word in the industry, and all advisors know, like, hey, we can't have custody of client funds. Clients can't write me a check for investments. All of that's the basic stuff. The more complicated stuff is understanding that you, as an advisor or an RIA, have different responsibilities and requirements than your custodian. So you understand that all of your funds are held at the custodian, and so you just forward checks to the custodian. If the custodian will take the check, then you think that that's fine, but it's not. So one of the things about the custody rule and the provisions is that you can't have directly or indirectly control of client funds. So what does that actually look like? It looks like checks that are made out into the name of the client. Let's say the client wrote themselves a check for deposit. So is that actually properly endorsed? The clients can write checks to themselves and deposit it at TDA and Schwab all day long. They will accept it. But if the check was not endorsed properly and directly to go to the custodian, you could be deemed to have custody. Another thing about custody that is an RIA specific provision is around standing letters of authorization, or SOAs. You are required to maintain records that show that nobody who's a related party of the RIA, so your employees, your affiliates, your contractors, your interns, is the recipient of a third party SLOA. So they look at it as you and your employees have the ability to receive client funds based off of this standing letter of authorization. And here's a kicker: there is no familial provision or exemption for that condition right now. So that means that if you, as the advisor, is married, and you and your spouse have a joint account, and you want to transfer funds from your individually owned IRA into your joint account, technically that's a third party SLOA. And that's not allowed. That is violating the safe harbor provision and would subject you to a surprise examination. And here's a big tip: surprise examinations cost about $250,000. So give us a call and we can go through your custody policies, your custody procedures, and make sure that you're in compliance. And as always, good compliance is good business.